Hey, what's up? This is your girl Bright Eyes. I'm here to do another interpretation of the seventh seal. So I will talk about it and I'll give you my knowledge of what I think it is. I've been praying on it. I've been asking God about it because there are some things that I'm not quite sure what it means. So I will do my best to explain the interpretation of the seventh seal. Okay? When he opened the seventh seal, there was a silence in heaven for about half an hour. And I saw the seven angels who stand before God, and to them was given the seven trumpets. And then another angel, having the golden censers, came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense, and that he should offer it with prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. These are Christians. And the smoke, these are Christians who already passed away, who are already in heaven. And the smoke of the incense with the prayers of the saints ascended before God from the angel hand. And then the angel took the censer and filled it with fire from the altar and threw it to the earth. And there was noise, thunder, lightning, and earthquake. So the seven angels who had the seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and hell and fire followed, mingled with blood, and they were thrown to the earth. And a third of the tree were burnt up, and all the green grass were burnt up. Then the second angel sounded, and something like great mountains burning with fire was thrown into the earth. And the third of the sea became blood, and the third of the living creature in the sea died, and the third of the ship was destroyed. Then the third angel sounded, and the great star fell from heaven, and burned like a torch, and fell on the third of the river, and the spring of the water. And the name of the star is Wormwood, and the third of the water became wormwood. And many men died from the water, because it was made bitter. Now wormwood, I believe, is an asteroid that would hit the earth in the water, in the ocean. The fourth angel sounded, and the third of the sun was struck, a third of the moon, and a third of the stars, so that the third of them were darkened. A third of the day did not shine, and likewise the night. This is talking about the 3 days of darkness that's going to happen on the earth. And I looked, and I heard an angel flying through the midst of the heavens, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because of the remaining blast of the trumpet of the 3 angels who are about to sound. Then the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star falling from heaven to the earth, and to him was given the key to the bottomless pit, and opened the bottomless pit, and smoke arose out of the pit, like the smoke of the great furnace. So the sun and the air were dark, and because of the smoke of the pit. Then out of the smoke locusts came upon the earth, and to them was given power as a scorpion of the earth, and had power. Okay, so the star falling from heaven, I believe, are the fallen angels, the demons. God kicked them out of heaven. It's not like these demons are not with God, okay? They are in a different part, like, of the fundament. They're a different part. They're like right before, it's like you have heaven, and then you have the earth and the fundament, the sky. They're in the sky, and God kicked them out of the sky. Okay, so they kicked them out of heaven. Okay? So, but they're not with God. They're just in a different realm. They're in the sky. So God kicked them out the sky, and they're now on the earth. And and Satan is who got the keys to the bottom pit, which is hell. Is Satan. They were commanded not to harm the grass of the earth or any green thing or any tree, but only those men who did not have the seal of God on their forehead, and they were not given authority to kill them, but to torment them for 5 months. And their torment was like the torment of a scorpion when it strikes a man. And in those days men would seek death and will not find it. They will desire to die, and death will flee from them. The shape of the locust was like the horse prepared for battle. On their heads were crowns of something like gold, and their face was like the face of man. And they had hair like women, and teeth were like lion teeth. So these are creatures, just like in the days of Noah that the Bible is describing. And they had breastplates, like breastplates of iron, and the sound of the winds was like the sound of chariots, with many horse running into the battle. And they had tail like scorpions, and they were sting in their tails. Their power was to hurt men for 5 months. And they had a king over them, the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon, but in the Greek he has the name of Apollyon. And one woe is past, and behold, still two more woes are coming after these things. So this person describing is Satan, the devil. Then the sixth angel sounded, and then I heard the voice of the fourth horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the sixth angel who had the trumpet, release the four angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates. So the four angels who had been prepared for an hour, day, and month, and year were released to kill a third of mankind. Now the number of the army of the horsemen was 200 million. I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horse in the vision. Those who sat on them had breastplate of fiery red, and hydrogen blue, and sulphur yellow, and heads of a horse that was like heads of a lion, and smoke of their mouth became fire, and smoke and brimstone. By these three plagues a third of a man was killed, and by fire and smoke and brimstone which came out of their mouth. For their powers is in their mouth, and in their tails are like the serpent, having hell, and with them they do harm. So these are three more plagues that's gonna plague the earth where diseases. Okay, that's what they're talking about. But the rest of mankind who were not killed by these plagues did not repent of the work of their hands, that they should not worship demons and idols of gold, silver, bronze, stone, and wood, which is neither nor hair or nor walk. And they did not repent of the murders, of their sorceries, or their sexual immorality, or their theft. And I saw still another mighty angel coming down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and rainbow was on his head. His face was like the sun, and his feet was like pillars of fire. And he had a little book open on his hand, and he set his right foot on the sea and his left foot on the land, and cried with a loud voice as when a lion roars. And when he cried out, seven thunders altered the voice. Now When the seven daughters uttered their voice, I was about to write, but I heard a voice from heaven saying to me, seal up the things of which the seven daughters uttered, and do not write them. An angel that I saw standing out on the sea, on the land, raised up the hands to heaven, and swore by him who lived forever and ever, who created heaven and the things that are in it, and the things that are in it, the earth and the things that are in it, and the sea and the things that are in it, and that there should be a delay no longer. But in the days of the sounding of the seventh angel, when he's about to sound, the mystery of God will be finished, and he will declare to his servant the prophets. And then the voice I heard from heaven spoke to me and said to me, go, take this little book which is open in the hands of the angel who stand on the sea and on the earth. And so I went to the angel and I said to him, give me the little book. And he said to me, take it and eat it, and it will make your stomach bitter, but it will be as sweet as honey in your mouth. And then I took the little book out of the angel's hands and I ate it, and it was sweet as honey in my mouth. But when I eat it, it made my stomach became bitter. And he said to me, you will prophesy again about many people, nations, tongues, and kings. So this person that took the book from the angel is the person who wrote the book of Revelation. And the angel is saying you will prophesy to many people, many nations, many languages, and many kings. I remember the name is he would preach, he would write the book of Revelation to presidents and prime ministers. Okay, so basically what's going to happen, I title it, it's going to be The Days of Noah, because when the seventh seal breaks, that's when these creatures are going to come on the earth and reveal themselves to us. We will have 3 days of darkness. We will have a worldwide tsunami because an asteroid will hit the ocean. And what else we're going to have? We're going to have alien invasion. These are the fallen angels or their children. In the later days, we will see giants. We're going to see all type of creatures during the days of Noah. In the days of Noah, this is what Noah went through. You're going to see mermaids. You're going to see giants, fairies, elves, all kinds of creatures. All kinds of creatures on the earth during the days of Noah. These things don't like us. They despise us. They hate us. They're not our friends. They don't like us because God made us in his image. And anything that is of God, they hate and despise, and they will destroy it. These aliens also is going to give us advanced technology, but just because they give us advanced technology, that doesn't mean that they like us. They really hate us. But they are going to give us advanced technology, and that's why we're going to live in AI, artificial intelligence. Everything's going to be modern and computerized at first, but once things get out of hand, then we're going to live like the Stone Age towards the end. When society is eventually going to collapse because they want to destroy us. The goal is to destroy us. I will do my best to see I can interpret the rest of the revelations. I'll be praying, asking God. I pretty much have an idea what the other revelation is, but I'm just going in order of the book of Revelation. And I just want you to know that if you read a book of Revelations yourself, it's a blessing from God. So try to read the Bible, know your scriptures, because in the last days you won't be allowed to have a Bible with you. You won't be allowed to practice your faith. It's either death or go to jail. If you announce your faith to Jesus, you won't be allowed to do that. I did wanted to talk about the seven seals, because I want to talk about other things that's going on right now. But I just want to get this out the way, the seventh seal. So that's pretty much it. I think I explained it all. Yeah. So basically, God kicked the angels out of heaven. The fallen angels, they're not with God. They're in a different realm. They're in the earth, in the I think it's called filament. Filament is it talks about it in the book of Genesis, how God created the earth. They're here, but they're hiding in the skies. Okay, these creatures are hiding in the skies. They're hiding also in different places, different remote areas of the earth, but they're talking about these things who are hiding in the skies. So God would kick them out the skies and send them on earth. They don't want to be here on earth. Okay, so seventh seal is, first, it talks about having a forest fire or fire in the jungle. Second, asteroid hitting the ocean, causing a worldwide water shortage and a tsunami. Third, it talks about alien invasion, because God kicked the fallen angels or they children out of the sky. 3 days of darkness as well also on the earth, because Satan was given the key to the bottom of the pit, which is hell. And Satan, people or the fallen angels will be on the earth with Satan. And there will be creatures on the earth, because we are in the days of Noah. And there will be 3 more new deadly plagues or diseases that will kill 1/3 of mankind. So that's pretty much the summary of the 7 seals. I read it when they want him to go right about the book of Revelation. God will reveal the mysteries of the Bible in these last days. Yes, I also want to talk about Celestial. She's a YouTuber who talk about God too. She goes in more details than I do. She talks about America a lot, because America is misty, Babylon, and she talks about what's going to happen from now till Jesus returns. So I will put her YouTube channel in my description.